Dead at night, full of echo. Concrete jungle, dreams bust to grow. Mets in the air, chase glory, no fear. Broken backs, but hearts steer clear. OMG, the chaos, what a scene. Streets buzzing like a machine. Grimace from the shadows, chills on my spine. Past haunts, the future shine. Comebacks in the night, keep dreams alive. Fighting tooth and nail just to survive. City's heartbeat echoes in our chant. Great and glory is all.
Welcome to Talkin' Mets with Rob. Subscribe to the channel for all your New York Mets in-game live, pre-game, post-game, roundtable podcast, and all the breaking news for our New York Mets. Enjoy the show and let's go Mets.
What's up, Mets fans? Welcome back to Talkin' Mets with Rob with some breaking news right here on the channel as our New York Mets improve on the bullpen some more after the A.J. Minter signing. They have re-signed Ryne Stanek, who is returning to Queens and the Mets bullpen after a really good year after the Mets traded for him last year. And now he is back in the Mets bullpen for the 2025 season as they sign him to a one-year deal, according to Anthony DiComo, who was the first to report it. So Ryne Stanek, A.J. Minter, Reed Garrett, Daniel Nunez, Jose Butto, and Edwin Diaz is, at this point, the New York Mets bullpen going into the 2025 season. And this is what we were talking about when it comes to David Stearns and the bullpen. He figures out a way to put a good bullpen together. The names on the paper are very good. The Mets are setting up to have a very good bullpen just based on the names on the paper. But are they done? It seems like a couple of bullpen arms are starting to come off the board as Canley is another one that's going to be coming off the board. Looks like the Tigers are going to sign him, but the Mets bring back Ryne Stanek, and he is going to be a good addition to the bullpen. You're not going to need him in the eighth inning role because that's probably going to be Minter's spot. But again, he is another one that can pitch in all innings. He can pitch the sixth, the seventh, eighth, even the ninth if you need to. This is the good thing about the guys that David Stern has brought in, especially Minter. Minter can pitch the seventh, he can pitch the eighth, he can pitch the ninth. Same thing with Ryne Stanek. He pitch the sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. And if you notice, Nunez, Butto, Garrett, Stanek, Minter, all these guys can pitch in any type of inning. And that's the important thing there is that Mendoza is going to have so many different ways to use these guys depending on days off. If a guy needs some rest, he pitched 3 days in a row. You have guys that can pitch all throughout the game, and that's important when you're a manager, having options at any moment. You can go to any one of these pitchers, and they've pitched there before, and they pitched successfully in those innings. So another good move by David Stern, solidifying his bullpen. Are the Mets done with the bullpen? At this point, I believe if you do the math really quick, let's go. We're going to do Jose Butto. We got Daniel Nunez, Ryne Stanek, A.J. Minter, Reed Garrett, and Edwin Diaz. I believe that's everybody. Who am I missing? Let's see. I think that's 6, right? Let me just double check. Let's see. We got Reed, we got Garrett, we got Stanek, Minter, Butto, Nunez, Diaz at the moment, right? Sean Reed, Foley, yeah, we could put Foley in there, but I think Foley's kind of like I think he's going to fight for a position. I don't know if he's going to be automatically in there as well. Brazaban, yeah. Yeah, the other kid that they brought also is also option. They're looking at Tim Hill, so Tim Hill can be an option as well. But at the moment, we can put Foley in there because he is on the roster. But Garrett, Stanek, Minter, Butto, Nunez, Diaz, Foley, and if Foley is the other guy, that is what 1, 2, 3, 4. Who am I missing here? I know I'm missing somebody. Where am I? Who am I missing? Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So that's 7 right there. So that's 7. You would think they might go to. I don't think they're going to go to an 8-man bullpen, especially with a 6-man rotation. So it's 7. 7 guys in the bullpen. This is 7 right here. So that's a good sign. Morning Beer Podcast. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Yeah. And listen, I'm okay with that, right? You got Danny Young as depth. You got McGill as depth. You got Griffin Cannon as depth. So this is turning out to be a very good bullpen. But the Mets were in on Tim Hill as well. Now, I don't know if this Ryne Stanek move solidifies the bullpen and the Mets are done. Because if you bring in Tim Hill, that means you got 2 lefties, you got multiple right-handers. Like, this turned out to be a really damn good bullpen. And now you got Sean Reed-Foley, Griffin Cannon, Tyler McGill, and others, Genesis Cabrera as well, that are all depth pieces in the minor leagues if you need them. So that is, in just the depth alone, is good to have, along with the good bullpen names that are already on the roster, which is really good. So this is a good move, guys. Absolutely. We're getting even interesting news when it comes to the Pete Alonso situation. I'm going to be posting a video in about an hour or so. So make sure you look in for that on the very latest on the Pete Alonso situation. Good move to bring in Ryne Stanek. It's a 1-year deal. You're not giving a 2, 3, 4-year deal. Very nice. Very, very nice, Ryne Stanek. And you know what's funny? Yesterday, Pat Ragazzo didn't really hear anything about the Ryne Stanek front. It seemed like it might have not been possible because they were talking about Tim Hill. Now, I wonder if Ryne Stanek's agent, maybe Ryne Stanek said, hey, listen, I want to go back to the Mets. Let's see what they can offer. Maybe he called them up with his agent and said, listen, how can you get a deal done? I want to come back to the Mets. And they worked it out. That could be the possibility. And they pivoted from Tim Hill to Ryne Stanek. And I think I would rather have Ryne Stanek over Tim Hill because, again, Ryne Stanek is a hard thrower, nasty pitches. He has problems with walk every now and then, but he has more of a live on. Tim Hill is more of a, he throws a lot of junk up there. He was good last year, but he's a guy that throws a lot of junk up there. But we will see. But look at the bullpen right now, guys. Let's say Foley is the guy that is going to be the other addition to the bullpen that, coming back from injury. It's Reed Garrett, Ryne Stanek, Jose Butto, Daniel Nunez, AJ Minter, Sean Reed-Foley, and Diaz. I think I said Foley twice. But this thing, Sean Reed-Foley, Reed Garrett, Ryne Stanek, AJ Minter, Jose Butto, Nunez. I mean, look, and Diaz. Look at that bullpen. This is a solid bullpen on paper. And look, I have my gripes when it comes to David Stearns. I don't like the fact that he's not doing more with the starting pitching, even though maybe they're not done, right? Maybe they are going after a Jack Flaherty. Maybe they are going after a Cease or a King, or even Pavetta for that matter, even though I'd rather have Flaherty in this rotation to make me feel a lot better with this rotation with another solid rotation arm in Flaherty. But we shall see. But the bullpen is looking really good at this point, and I never concerned myself when it comes to the bullpen with David Stearns. Ever since he controlled the team, specifically in Milwaukee, and go back to when he was, an assistant GM in Houston, they always had a good bullpen. Milwaukee was always top 5 in bullpen. They just, no matter if they signed 1-year guys or brought guys up from the minors, they always found guys to have good bullpens. I never concerned myself with David Stearns when it comes to the bullpen. Now, let's see if they're going to do more with the rotation. Let's see what they're going to do at first base, as it seems the Mets and Pete Alonso might be talking again. I go much into detail. There's more information that I put in my video that I'm going to put that's going to come out at 1:00 today. So make sure you tune into that. And I break it down a little bit more. I give more information in regards to that. So make sure you check that out at 1:00. So if you're just tuning in, guys, thank you for tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber yet. New York Mets sign Ryne Stanek to a 1-year deal to add to the bullpen with already the signing of AJ Minter, with of course, Diaz, Butto, Nunez, Garrett, possibly Foley. Maybe the Mets aren't done in the bullpen. Maybe they want Foley back in the minor leagues, making sure he can get his get back to the healthy ways. If he can stay healthy and put him in the minors for a little while, maybe they still go after Tim Hill. But it's really, really nice. Robert, I think the Ryne Stanek signing, Kenley Jansen, is probably not an option. If the Mets do anything, it's going to be either a Sean Reed Foley, that's the internal option, or they go with another left-hander in Tim Hill. That's the only thing I think they're going to do. Kenley Jansen probably doesn't fit at this point when you bring in Minter to be your setup man and Ryne Stanek to be your other right-hander in the bullpen. So I don't think Kenley Jansen... if I had to choose between Jansen and Stanek, I'd probably choose Stanek at this point because he probably has more in the tank than Jansen. So, guys, with that said, Ryne Stanek, 1-year deal. That is the breaking news today. Again, we heard news yesterday or in the early morning that possibly that it's been reported that the Mets and Alonso are back talking again. Again, how real is that? How close could they be? Is this legit conversations, negotiations? Or is this a last-ditch effort to get a deal done? 1 o'clock, guys. The video is coming out with all the latest that I can get from Pete Alonso and the Mets. I go into detail. I talk about it a little bit more. So 1 p.m., Pete Alonso video coming up. Check that out, guys. 1-year deal for Ryne Stanek coming back to the New York Mets. Return to Queens as the badass, the guy that brings the passion on the mound. Does all the energy on the mound. Ryne Stanek, along with AJ Minter, filling out this bullpen very, very well. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll probably see you a little bit later. I'm going to be in the comment section of my video with the Pete Alonso video at 1 o'clock. So if you want to type anything during that video, you can, and then hopefully I'll be there to see your comments. With that said, guys, thank you for tuning in to the breaking news right here on the channel. Ryne Stanek, 1-year deal with the New York Mets. Have a good day, guys. Let's go Mets. And how about that Mets bullpen, guys? Have a good day, guys. Let's go Mets.
The Queens hear the roar, from laughter to blood in every scar. Living legends made on this ground. From silence we scream, make a sound. Rising high, falling low, repeat again. Cycles of the game, addicted to the pen. Graffiti tales spray on the wall. Met saga, forever stand tall. Rivals